Hello, and welcome to Now You Don't Have to, a podcast started on a whim. Some people listen to, and some people enjoy. Now, this week, it's been pretty hectic for a lot of us, I feel. It's the new year, 2019. A lot of people thinking about New Year's resolutions, how to better themselves, how to maybe better others. And that's all nice and good. I've been doing a little bit of thinking myself, New Year's resolution wise, and haven't really. There's some goals I'd like to achieve, but nothing too hard that I'm striving for. There's always the goal to become a better person, which is always at the back of my mind, but that's not necessarily my New Year's resolution, that's just one of my resolutions, I guess. And there's a lot of things I'd like to change about myself, but there's also a lot I'd like to change about maybe my environment and the world I live in, make it a better place. Kinda cheesy, but it's 2019. It's January. I can be enthusiastic, maybe, for a little bit. Now, I've been doing some thinking about what to talk about and what to do really on this episode of Now You Don't Have to, and well, I was gonna do something, but now I want to talk about New Year's and resolutions. So I think I'm gonna do that for a little bit and then move on to what I was planning. So I feel like there's such pressure nowadays to be your best self, and that's everyone should strive, I guess, to be the best version of themselves, but there's so much pressure to be above and beyond, be better than who you are, and it's almost like the goal is so high that people can't attain it, so they just fake it. Which is, I mean, if it makes you feel better, alright, I guess. It's just, I feel like our society believes too much in just always pursuing bettering oneself or the relentless pursuing of becoming better, and I don't know, I feel like people should try to appreciate who they are. I mean, obviously self-betterment's always great, but I feel like not enough people realize that when they're doing their best, that's all they can. Like, if you're doing your best and trying your hardest, and it still doesn't seem good enough in our society, that kind of sucks. Like, I wish we were more forgiving of people when they're clearly trying. And, I mean, there's some parts and some days where I'm kind of a hypocrite, where I'm like, oh, they could do better, but I don't know. I've been trying to keep a more open mind, and I feel like you, the 3 people who listen, should also try to keep an open mind, maybe. Hey, it's advice from me, the random voice coming from your speaker. I mean, I'm a weird person to get advice from, but hey, just say someone on the internet told me to be a good person, and boom, you got it. And one thing I also noticed about 2019, well, not 2019 specifically, but January, it's always a time of, oh, we can do good. It's probably the most optimistic month of the year. And I don't know, it's during this time I feel, and I could be completely wrong, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like people just, they're always looking for quotes. And like, not necessarily, but okay, I'm just gonna use a bad example. Kind of like live, laugh, love, and maybe John 3:16 or other famous quotes. I know 2 quotes. I'm great at this, guys, I swear. I feel like, I don't know, it'd be fun. It's kind of a time to get your quotes, your mantras for the year, and then forget it all in March. But, you know, It's nice when people are so optimistic and so this year is going to be better, and for a while it is, and maybe we fall off fall off the train. That's something people say sometimes. Yeah, sure. We kind of fall off our goals and aspirations and give up till next year, and then we start again. But I'm trying not to be too cynical. I am kind of a cynical person, but I'm trying here. I think January and the new year is always a time for reflection and self-betterment, and that's nice. It's sometimes I feel like I keep switching topics. I do this a lot. If you haven't gotten that. I mean, I've only done 2 episodes so far, but still. But I don't know. Maybe if we as a society had more attainable goals, maybe we wouldn't, like, I know a lot of people's goals in January is lose weight, become more active, but maybe if we just started small. Even as a society, like big changes that we think need to be made. If we start small and then build up throughout the year, maybe it'll be a good year. I hope this year is one of those years, one of the good ones. We haven't had too many lately, and it's pretty unfortunate, but I hope we do soon. So, I think I'm done talking about... I'm banging things on my chair. I think I'm done talking about the new year and, like, optimism and resolutions and whatever I just started talking about. I kind of forgot, and I'm recording this, so I can't really go back and listen. You can, which is the power of electronics and technology, but, you know, I'm kind of living in the moment, which is kind of fun. I feel like, back to resolutions, we should do that more. Live in the moment. I sound like one of those people who is like, put down your phones, live in the moment. Back in my day, we didn't have phones. We walked up the hill and back up and down both ways. I don't know. But, I don't know. I feel like that's just a live in the moment. And if that moment is also recording it, hey, go nuts. So, I'm going to get back to what I said I was going to do and then went off on a tangent. So, I've been thinking, and I know, like, literally one chord on the guitar. And I was thinking I'd just, like, play something. Because why not? And I can do that. Because this is my podcast, and I do what I want. So, I don't know. I know. That did not sound right. What? D chord. I was practicing before I started recording, and it sounded so much better, and now I'm upset. That's life, man. You practice, and it's great, and then you do it for real, and then it sucks. But... oh, that's why. There we go. And then you realize it's you that's been making the mistake. But, I don't know, I've been thinking, and I figured if I just... that was cool. Okay, so I just realized I've been doing it wrong. Which is great, but... Well, that was kind of cool. I guess that's something I'd like to be able to do better someday. Play music and the guitar. Hopefully that doesn't fall over while I continue to record. We'll see. If you hear a loud bang in a couple seconds, that's my guitar. Yeah. I don't know, I guess. Talking about January again, it's a time of new skills. It's a time people try to get better at things and learn new things, and I feel like we shouldn't just reserve that for January, but it's as good a time as any. And hey, if you're gonna do it now, you might as well. This year, I feel like I want it to be good. And I hope it is, but I think I'm gonna do more myself to make it good, at least for me. 'Cause, you know, I'm like that. But there's a lot of things we hope for, and there's some things we just have to achieve ourselves, which sounds pretty cheesy. Hey, you got me. Write that down for your quote. I don't know. I've said that so many times. Okay, so kind of going off track. Well, there never was a track in this podcast, so moving on topics. I was talking to a friend, and she said, I said wowza so many times during the first podcast, and that is true. I'm sure if you counted it, it'd be a lot. And I think this time the words are gonna be, I don't know, because I really don't know a lot. And that kind of gets reflected and yeah. Sometimes you just abandon language and hope somebody understands. Write that on a t-shirt. So far, I feel like this has been fun, this podcast. And I'm not saying that like I'm stopping. I hope to keep going. But I've been having fun. I hope you've been having fun. This is around 13 minutes. I don't know. I think I'll just stop here. Thanks for listening. I know this week doesn't really make sense, but when does any week? I played the guitar, so that was fun. You know, you figure I would play the kazoo before I play the guitar. Yeah. I mean, given I updated my header image. Oh my goodness, I spent like an hour working on that kazoo picture. Oh my goodness. And you'd expect, oh, if I'm to bring an instrument on, it'd probably be a kazoo, right? I got you. You're wrong. Thanks for listening. I don't know if this is going to be an every other week thing or an every week thing, but look out next Tuesday, and if not, the Tuesday after that. Thanks for listening, and I still don't know how to end these. Wow. Write down in the comments how I should end this, if you want. No promises. I don't know why I'm saying no promises. I mean, that's you. That's on you. Do what you want. I'm not your mom. Peace.